Good evening and welcome to the Nassau County Board of County Commissioners meeting for June 24th, 2024, 5 p.m. I'd like to call this meeting to order and please stand for the invocation and the pledge. The invocation will be presented by Mr. Irving Gilliard.
Good evening, everyone. Our Heavenly Father, we honor you, we praise you, we give you all honor and all glory, and we thank you for this meeting of the Board of Nassau County, Florida County, Board of County Commissioners. And as they go through the agenda, we just ask that you just lead and guide them in their decision-making, that it will be the best for this county and for the citizens of Nassau County. And we just thank them for what they have done in the past and what they will do in the future in leading this county. Continue to bless those that support them, the county manager's office, county attorney's office, and all that serve with them. Look out for our first responders as they go through dangers they see and dangers they don't see. Continue to bless each and every citizen of Nassau County. In Jesus' holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Please join me in the pledge of allegiance to the flag of our country.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Commissioner McCullough?
Here.
Commissioner Gray?
Here.
Commissioner Farmer?
Here.
Commissioner Hutman?
Here.
Chair Martin?
Here. County Manager, do you have any expansion or deletions to the agenda?
No, sir, I do not. Thank you.
County Attorney?
I have no objection. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
All right, Madam Clerk, I haven't seen the proclamation under tab A.
Yes, sir, I do have it.
I mean, I've seen it, I haven't signed it, I don't think. Okay, resolutions, proclamations, tab A. Consider a proclamation designating the week of June 24th through 28th of 2024 as National Boys and Girls Club Week in Nassau County, Florida.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve tab A.
Second.
A motion from Commissioner Hutman, second by Commissioner Farmer to approve tab A. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The motion carries. Is there anyone here to receive this proclamation that Commissioner Gray is going to present from the Boys and Girls Club? Well, Commissioner Gray, you can stay seated and just read it into the record.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Did you yes ma'am me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. A proclamation of the Board of County Commissioners designating the week of June 24th through the 28th, 2024 as National Boys and Girls Club Week in Nassau County, Florida. Whereas, the young people of Nassau County, Florida are tomorrow's leaders, and whereas many young people need professional youth services to help them achieve their full potential. And whereas there are 4 Boys and Girls Club locations here in Nassau County, Florida that serve more than 600 young people annually. And whereas Boys and Girls Clubs do whatever it takes to ensure every young person in America has the skills needed to graduate high school and be well prepared for life and work. And whereas Boys and Girls Club programs like Money Matters, Smart Moves, and Career Exploration help youth develop the soft and hard skills needed to close the learning gap. And whereas Boys and Girls Clubs of Nassau County will celebrate National Boys and Girls Club Week with 5,000 clubs and more than 4 million children and teens served nationwide. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners of Nassau County, Florida, designate June 24th through the 28th, 2024 as National Boys and Girls Club Week in Nassau County, Florida, and encourages all citizens to recognize and commend Boys and Girls Clubs in Florida for doing what it takes to build great futures for the youth in our communities. And this proclamation is signed by our chairman, Mr. John F. Martin, and our attorney, Mr. Denise C. May, and it's attested by our clerk, Mr. John A. Crawford. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, for allowing me to present.
Thank you, Commissioner Gray. Okay, that will take us to the consent items. If any board member wishes to move a consent item to new business, please do so now. Does any member of the public want to speak on a consent item? I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda, please, sir.
A second, Mr. Chairman.
I have a motion from Commissioner Gray, seconded by Commissioner Huffman, to approve the items on the consent agenda. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. That will move us into new business. Any member of the public may address any item under new business at this time. Time limit is 3 minutes each. Is there anyone who wishes to address any item under new business? Seeing none, we'll move into tab P. Consider the appointment of 3 members to the Nassau County Opioid Settlement Task Force. The individuals shall be representatives of entities dealing directly with opioid-related abuse, one each from the areas of prevention, treatment, and recovery support services shall be appointed. Each member will be appointed to a 1-year term effective June 30th, 2024. Assistant County Manager Ironman, will you be presenting on this?
Yes. Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, so as we have been in the position of receiving opioid funding, we received our first allocation last year. That was $808,000, and through the board's direction, we provided funding to Starting Point for that allocation. Since that time, we've been working on some of the SWOT analysis, or looking at the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, and how we address opioid conditions within the county. To facilitate with that, in April, the board set up a opioid task force. That opioid task force will help us complete that SWOT analysis and then look at how we allocate funding in future years, and basically provide an advisory role to the commission on where we should look at funding. The item tonight is really looking at appointing the final 3 members. The other 4 are composed of the fire department, the sheriff's office, Board of County Commissioners, and then the Department of Health. And so with those 4 positions, we did under prevention, we had 1 applicant, Ms. Deborah Babin. Under treatment, we had 2 individuals, Mr. Scott Miles and Lauren Pagel, and we will seek the board's direction on selecting one of those 2. And then on recovery support services, we received application from 1 representative, Alyssa Myatt. With that, I'll defer to any questions or leave it at your discretion.
Well, I read these earlier in the supporting documents, but the last one is Alyssa Myers?
Myatt, I believe?
Myatt, that's what I thought. So do we need 2 motions here for the 2 positions that have no opposition? There's only 1 candidate. Are they automatically on there, or do we need to vote on that? Do we need to appoint them?
We do need an appointment for
Can we
each
do
of them.
1 motion for all? I know there's 2 people that are vying for one of the positions. So do we need to do these separately, or can we do this all together?
Separately would be.
Okay, so I would entertain a motion to appoint Ms. Deborah Babin.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Motion from Commissioner Huffman, second by Commissioner Farmer. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Ms. Babin is one of the people appointed, and thank you. If you're not here, Ms. Babin, hopefully you're watching this. Thank you for volunteering your service. Let's go to the other one that has just 1 volunteer, Ms. Alyssa Myatt. I'll entertain a motion from Ms. Myatt.
So moved.
Second?
Motion from Commissioner Farmer, second by Commissioner Huffman. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And also, thank you, Ms. Myatt, for volunteering your time. So we have 2 people, Scott, give me the name again,
Miles.
Miles, and Lorene Pagel. And you had all the information for them, so I'll entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that we appoint Dr. Pagel.
And I'll second that motion, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, we have a motion from Commissioner Huffman, seconded by Commissioner Gray.
Mr. Chairman, may I make
And-
a comment?
Yes, so under discussion, Commissioner Gray?
Yes, and reason I second that motion is, starting points for behavioral health is one of our SUDs, which is substance use disorder. They're the only certified treatment provider here in Nassau County and have worked collaboratively with the county for the past 32 years. And so that was the reason I wanted to put behind my second of that motion. I feel the relationship and in this category of treatment, I think that she is the person. So thank you very much for allowing me
Thank
to
you, Commissioner
comment,
Gray.
Mr. Chairman.
I think we agree with that.
Commissioner McCollum? Okay, so I assume there's no further discussion. All those in favor of appointing Dr. Pagel signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Dr. Pagel is appointed. She is here today. And if you would like, I know you've never been at a loss for words. Would you like to come to the podium and say a few words? You're welcome.
Thank you, Commissioners, for your vote of confidence in me. I am very excited and honored to be appointed to serve on the task force. This is a very important issue to me personally and to the organization, and I will do my best to serve you dutifully and make some good decisions for Nassau County and the residents here. So again, thank you very much for your support.
And thank you for volunteering to serve. Okay. General public comment. Comments can only be for items under the authority of the Board of County Commissioners. Time limit is 3 minutes. I have a comment card from Ms. Jacqueline Osborne. Ms. Osborne, please state your name and address for the record.
Jackie Osborne, 85503 Sagaponic, Fernandina Beach, Florida, 32034. Good evening. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for allowing me to address your group. No pictures tonight. You're just going to listen to numbers. Currently, there are 106 dogs in the kennel. 106. Out in Foster, 63. Last year, this time, there were 63 in the kennel. That's 20 short of a 100% increase. There are 106 cats in the cattery. Out in Foster, 112. This time last year was 144. I told you it was kitten season. The shelter's capacity is 70 dogs. As you can see, there are many, many more. There's a waiting list of over 100 dogs whose owners want to surrender them to NCAS. This weekend, there's a mega adoption event at the Jacksonville Fairgrounds on Friday and Saturday. It's sponsored by Petco. Additionally, all animals have been chipped, spayed, neutered, and the adoption cost has been waived. It's been taken care of. There's no cost to mom, dad, and kids. There are 11 other shelters participating in this event. They will be coming from Daytona Beach all the way to Alachua County. Every dog and cat that is adoptable and available from NCAS will be there. The logistics for this is mind-blowing. There will be 19 staff members at the event. This includes attendants, animal control officers, office staff, including the director and his assistant. That will encompass 11 trips down to the fairgrounds to deliver supplies, kennels, cages, food, water, blankets, blah, 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 blah. You got the idea. They're going to leave there at 6:30 in the morning and be set up ready for the gates to open at 10. In addition, there will be many volunteers that will help as well. When the doors close on Friday, the cats will be returned to NCAS, unloaded from the animal control officers' vehicles, and placed back in the cattery. The next morning, the same procedure, but staff will be leaving at 8 o'clock. At the end of the event, it is the hope that only thing coming back to the kennel are empty cages and kennels. That's it. We don't want to bring anything back. Please spread the word that NCAS will be closed on Friday and Saturday to get ready for this event. That gives our Nassau County people 2 days to get to the pick of the litters now at NCAS. Get out there and get them. You're going to get the best ones between now and Friday. Back to the numbers. This is not unique to Nassau County. Due to the economic issues facing a lot of people, dogs and cats are left in the woods, beside the road, and have to fend for themselves, hoping a friendly person picks them up. The idea that animal control picks up all animals is not true. Animals who are safety issues are brought to NCAS. This would include dogs at bus stops, those who pose a threat to someone. Once again, please let people know animals are in need of new homes. Last time I spoke to the board, y'all had put forth the new program for the animal shelter. I didn't get a chance to thank those individuals who were in this. Mr. Taco Pope, your entire staff has been amazing. And of course, the county commissioners, I don't know what we'd do without y'all. You're responsible for the check being issued to buy the land purchased at the last meeting, and the beginning of a great new animal shelter. Thank you ever so much. Y'all are terrific. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Osborne. That will take us into county manager business.
Yes, sir, through the chair. So over the last 24 months, your staff, along with the team at the MAI and Convention and Visitors Bureau, have been working diligently, trying to push forward and prepare for expanding the benefits of tourism across the greater Nassau County. We're at that decision point where you all, have to decide if we're going to place the item on the ballot this November. After consultation with the CVB as well as third-party consultants, we think it would be best to target 2026. And so if it's the board's pleasure, that directive would be appreciated, similar to how we did the land acquisition program. At the same time that it was pooled in 2020, the directive was given to prepare for 2022. If we do the same in this case, we prepare for 2026, that'll give my team and as well as the third-party support adequate time to prepare for referendum in November of 26.
Okay, before anyone has a question or comment, just for the record and for the clerk, what the county manager just brought up was tab Q, and that is discussion of the tourist development tax. So at this time, are there any questions for the county manager? At this time, I'll entertain a motion on tab Q, the county manager's request to revisit this in 2026.
I'll make that motion that we revisit in 2026.
Second.
I have a motion from Commissioner Farmer, second by Commissioner Gray. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. County manager, do you have any other business?
Two things. I was going to say it about the CIP staff and how much work goes into preparing, behind the scenes for a 30-minute presentation, and it's a lot of work. And Ms. Jackie actually brought up another great example. I mean, the majority of Nassau County will never know the effort that Director McGuire and his team, Animal Control, do to get pets adopted, to maintain a no-kill shelter, and the volunteers at work. And there's a lot of unsung heroes that are in the grind every day that make it happen. So much appreciated.
Thank you, County manager. County attorney's business.
I have no further business. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
County commission items. I don't remember my rotation, so we're going to start with ladies first. Commissioner McCullough.
I'm gonna just say congratulations, Mr. Martin, for securing the seat one for our county commission. I'm looking forward to working with you another 2 years, Mr. Martin.
Thank you, Commissioner McCullough.
The NCAS, I think it's, I just received a call today from we have a local, and I'm sure y'all have some in your district where they're nonprofit pet agencies that are working and they're rescuing animals, but they actually got a call to Cary State Forest right there in Briceville. There was a family that was living in the state park, and so they called her to get the animals because the family was rehomed and they could not take the animals with them. I don't think people realize just how many displaced animals we have in this county. We're just out of room for them, and so even if you're not in the market for a dog or anything like that, if you can foster, if you can just take one or two, volunteering at the shelter, our staff's energy is being expended at the absolute utmost reaches, and it's hot as hot outside. It's hot as hot outside. And so when it's 100 degrees outside, those dogs need to be walked. They need fresh water, the cleanliness, everything. So if you can volunteer anything from monetary to time, energy, effort, 2 hours, if 10 people do 2 hours, that's 20 hours a week off of our staff out there. So I'm always going to encourage people to go to NCAS. So thank you, Mr. Martin.
Thank you, Commissioner McCullough. Commissioner Gray.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm just going to do a shout out as well to Mr. Pope and staff. We're excited Nassau County has been awarded for the second consecutive year the Distinguished Budget Presentation Award from the Government Finance Officers Association. This is kind of a big deal. It's adopted budget for 2023-24. This presentation award is the highest award in governmental budgeting and is given to counties with governing body and staff dedicated to meeting the highest principles of government budgeting. So I'm reading this off of my phone. But when I seen it the other day, I thought to myself, wow, this is good. This is big stuff, good stuff happening here in Nassau County, 2 years in a row. And then as I go down, the announcement. Actually, Nassau has been awarded a coveted Triple Crown Award because the clerk's office, the county clerk and courts controller's office, was awarded a GFO Certificate of Achievement and Excellence as well in financial reporting. So a lot of good stuff going on. Kudos to all our staff and partner organizations here in Nassau County working hard for the taxpayer. It proves, it shows that you're getting these type of awards. So it's really good stuff. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner Gray. Commissioner Farmer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll start out and say thanks to the team today for this wonderful CIP presentation. It's a very heavy lift. It doesn't happen overnight. And all of us that, are part of those phone calls and those conversations to piece all this stuff together know that it's a very, very, very heavy lift. And I'd just like to say thank you to all of you guys here that, play a part in that. And in the words of Commissioner Martin, we've done all these things while continuing to reduce your taxes. So I think that, we can't beat that home enough, that, that's an indicator of the conservative nature of this board that serves you. Congratulations to our constitutionals that did not receive opposition this election cycle. Again, that's an indicator of a stable government. You had Sheriff Leeper, John Drew, our new property appraiser, Kevin Lilly, which was obviously the top of the food chain for Mr. Hickox. But I don't know who would have ran against him anyway, because you have to be able to debate the property appraisals. And I mean, unless that's just your thing, I don't know many people that have the education for that. But also I'd like to congratulate our chairman, John Martin. Donatello did not qualify, so we're just glad to have you for another 4 years, Commissioner Martin. As we leave for Orlando in the morning, I'd like to just you guys say a prayer for safety and productivity from this board as we go and do our thing and interact with the Florida Association of Counties. Of course, anybody that knows about I-4 knows that you need all the prayers you can get, because I-4 is terrible, and I would just about rather have my butt beat. And there are alternate routes, but I'm not going to tell everybody about them, because I would rather that you not crowd up 301 through Ocala. But that's the way we go. I'd like to thank the Florida Farm Bureau for their event this past weekend at Northeast Florida Fair. It was wonderful to utilize the new barns for a community event. I'll tell you, if you haven't been out there and looked around a little bit, you're going to see that this fair coming this October is going to be so much better and more vibrant and drier, if you will, because, man, they've done a tremendous amount of work out there with the state funds that we've been able to capture for that particular venue. And I think that it's just beautiful out there. They had a jump on the stump, is what they called it, a political event, and the Farm Bureau put it on. They had a lot of the candidates that came out. We're able to go up and give a 3-minute introduction of who you are and kind of a brief intro to maybe what you've accomplished. Some haven't accomplished a whole lot of anything, but that's okay. They got up and they gave them their 3 minutes too. Philly Boys, Mr. Softy, there were several of our local food trucks there. It was good to see them interacting with all of us, and we just appreciate them coming out and being a part of it, because, man, it was wonderful food. It is hot outside. Stay hydrated, stay safe. Go Farmer Nation. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner Farmer. Commissioner Huffman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a quick echo on the CIP presentation. Well done to the staff. We appreciate that. And I encourage the public to go online, take a look at the draft, follow the process through September so you can see how the sausage is made. So it's like Mr. Farmer likes to say, see how the sausage is made on that. This past Saturday, I got to participate in the 6th annual Cross the Line Paddle for Veterans event. That's where a flotilla of kayakers and paddlers go from St. Mary's, Georgia to Fernandina Beach. It's about 10 miles. Nice overcast day, a little bit of lightning made it hairy in the middle, but 87 kayaks and outriggers and 115 participants raised over $10,000 in a day. That went to organization, 5,000 of that, to Gratitude America, which is out in Northeast Florida, and they do PTSD counseling and services for our veterans here in Nassau County. So if you don't know about that and you are a paddler, I encourage you to come out. It's a great day, and you feel like you've crossed a big finish line when you get to the other side. As far as the conference down in Orlando, Commissioner Farmer and I will be graduating from Advanced County Commissioner Level 1 this cycle, so another set of training down, which helps us serve you better in Nassau County by getting educated in how this works. A quick comment about public comment being moved to the end of the meeting. I see a little bit of chatter online and in the media that we're delaying folks talking, and I want to clear up that I don't believe that's the case at all. In fact, we get to do business first, get that out of the way for the county and for our staff and for our folks, and then, as tonight as an example, Ms. Osborne was up in 13 minutes. So it's not a tactic to delay things. It's about getting business done first for the county and then letting folks comment. You can always comment when your agenda item is up as well, or it is called up. So, Mr. Martin, congratulations on your securing District 1 seat as well. I look forward to continuing to serve with you, sir.
Likewise.
Thank
Thank you, Commissioner Huffman.
Thank you.
And before I go into some of my comments, I'd like to piggyback on what Commissioner Huffman said about the public comment being at the end. There are often times, almost on every agenda, where we have a lot of business to take care of, where there are folks that have to hire engineers and consultants and lawyers to come to these meetings to represent them. And, that's a lot of money. So we don't want to stifle comment in any way, shape, or form. That's not the intent. The intent is to get the business done, save folks some money. It's nice to get our staff out of here a little bit earlier too. But, we're happy to stay here as long as you want to stay here to do the public comment when it comes on the agenda near the end. So I just wanted to share that with you. I agree with Commissioner Huffman, and I think my colleagues all agree on that. So mega dittos to every comment that was made here. I agree with everything that was said. I don't want to belay the meeting any longer. I will make a comment. I can't tell you how happy I am to be unopposed, and will continue to serve another 4 years in this role as County Commissioner for District 1. For those of you that don't know, my former opponent, Mr. Casey Jones, he failed to qualify. So that's why I am unopposed. I don't know why. It may have something to do with the fact that he doesn't live in Nassau County, but I am happy that I'm unopposed, and I get to enjoy the summer, and I look forward to continuing serving the residents of Nassau County. And we are adjourned.
Very good, Mr. Chairman.
Good meeting, sir.